Everyone, today we'll start with system of solution of linear equation using inverse of a matrix. For example, we are given these three linear equation in three variables x, y and z, right? We can represent the coefficients of x, y and z of the respective equations in the form of a matrix, right? Such that Ax is equal to B. Matrix A represents the coefficients of the variables associated in this particular equation. X, y and z are the variables. D1, D2, D3 are the constant values of this equation. So we can represent this particular matrix in the form these particular equations in the form of a matrix, that is Ax is equal to B. Now using inverse, how can we find out the solution, right? But before we find out the inverse, we need to find out whether the given matrix is a singular matrix or a non-singular matrix, means whether its inverse exists or not. If, remember, determinant of A is equal to 0, then inverse will not exist, right? But if determinant of A is equal to 0, we say that the inverse exists, or we say that the solution is consistent. The given equations will give us a unique solution, right? So in that particular case, since our representation is in the form Ax equal to B, if I pre-multiply both left hand side and right hand side with A inverse, I get A inverse Ax is equal to A inverse B. A inverse A is equal to I into X is equal to A inverse B, or I into X will give us the matrix X itself. X is equal to A inverse B. This is how we are going to find out the solution for a non-singular matrix. But what about a singular matrix? For a singular matrix, remember, determinant of A is equal to 0. And if determinant of A is equal to 0, then adjoint of A into B, our next step for a singular matrix whose inverse does not exist. Remember, we'll proceed a step further to find out what type of solution is it going to give us. If it is adjoint of A into B gives us the product equal to 0, then the solution will be consistent or inconsistent depending. But if adjoint of A, product of adjoint of A into matrix B is not equal to 0, then the solution will be inconsistent. So for singular matrix, we have to move a step further. We have to calculate the product of adjoint of A into B. If it is equal to 0, we get a consistent or inconsistent solution. But if it is not equal to 0, we get an inconsistent solution, right? So we start with exercise 4.6. We have to check the consistency of the equation. Remember, in both the cases, we will be representing our equation as Ax is equal to B. Right? As I told you, matrix A will give us the coefficients associated with the variable. In the same manner, we are going to write it 1, 2, 2 and 3. X is a matrix consisting of variables x and y, and B is a matrix consisting of constant values. Right? So we can find out A inverse. We'll be finding out. But before that, we need to know what is the determinant of A. It's 3 minus 4, which is minus 1, and this is not equal to 0. Therefore, the given matrix is a non-singular matrix. It's a non-singular matrix. Its determinant is not equal to 0. Right? Therefore, the given system or the given solution will be a consistent. So the given equations are consistent. Right? With this, we move on to question number 4. Question number 2 and 3 have to be done similarly, right? Where we have to just solve for the consistency. So in question number 4, since it's a 3 by 3 matrix, again we'll be representing it in the form Ax is equal to B. Matrix A can be represented as 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, A, 2A, right? X can be given as xyz because these are the three variables. and constant values 1, 2 and 4. Let's find out the determinant of A. This is matrix A. We'll find out its determinant. Expanding along R1, we get 1. This is 6A minus 2A minus 1, 4A minus 2A plus 1. We have 2A minus 3A. So this is 4A minus 2A minus A. So this is equal to A and this is not equal to 0. Therefore, the given system of equation is consistent. Right? And what type of matrix it is? It's a non-singular matrix because its determinant is not equal to 0. Alright?